All right. Hey, there we go. How's it going, everybody? Good evening. Good morning. Welcome to Once Upon a Game, the indie RPG show. I am your host. I'm Eric. I'm Eric Fulgaris, and we're playing Contenders tonight, which is super fun. Contenders is a game. I forgot I already made it. But it came out in like 2005. It won a Ronnie, which is like a 24-hour game festival or a 24-hour game design competition. And then it was made into a full game. And it's a really cool, like just general arena kind of game that you can use like just to do stuff. Like originally the game was about boxing, and then it became about just gladiator fighting in like a fantasy world. But tonight we're gonna do some Battle of the Bands. So we're gonna try to make that work. It'd be a lot of fun. We're going to see. So, but in order to make this work, I had to bring over some three awesome friends who wanted to step by and watch this happen. Let's go around the horn here. Aaron, welcome back, my friend.
Hello.
Hey, how are you?
I am doing great. I am ready to play some role-playing games.
Good. Awesome. That's what I want to hear. That's the type of attitude that I want to see. Great. Yeah, role-playing games. Just wanting to play some role-playing games is pretty much just the only criteria that we need to do something. So awesome. Thank you. Riga, how are you doing today?
I'm good. Thanks for having me back. Yeah, this should be real fun. I'm interested to see how we adapt this, but I'm sure we'll make it work.
Yeah.
Once upon a game, we always make it work. So.
Yep.
I'm back sporting one of my other two.
You're back what?
Cool. I'm back sporting one of my other two hairstyles I wear. It's either the one you saw before or this. That's I'm very stylish.
You just have your entire closet is just split up into two things. It's just hemispheres of one or two.
Yeah.
Reasonable.
Yeah.
Awesome. And last but certainly not least, Brad, how are you doing today?
I am doing fantastic. I also recently have a new haircut.
Yeah.
I haven't decided how I feel about it yet. But,
got your ears lowered a little bit.
The significant other is fond of it though, so I think that's the most important test, to be honest, for me right now. I'm here. I'm really looking forward to playing this game. You're all going to hear.
Yeah.
I think everyone here is going to have, including the viewers, going to have a fun time tonight. This seems really exciting.
Yeah, it's definitely should, because we were playing a Battle of the Bands kind of game. So so everyone knows, Eternal Contenders, it's a pretty good just general like PvP kind of game. We're all gonna be bands and we're all gonna fight for something. Like we all have some like a connection that we have, and that's what we're doing this for. And we put it on the line for this connection. And if you wanted to play boxing, like this game is Rocky. Like this is Rocky the game originally, and then it became like Gladiator the game. What do you fight for? Like, oh, my mom has cancer, or like my family who got killed by this villain, and I need to save up my money to buy my freedom to kill him. Like whatever. Like just whatever you need to do. Yeah. You come up with that sort of like sappy. This is what drives me. Kind of thing. And this is a GM-less game, so we're just going to be taking turns rotating around the table, kind of just describing what happens, and then maybe getting to some battles and doing some stuff with some cards, because this game uses cards, like a regular old deck of cards for its resolution. So yeah, that's what we're going to do. So that's the sort of the gist of the game. But as always, before we jump into like the gritty rules of the game and do character creation, I want to always go over the number one major rule that we have on the show here, and that's the X card. If we're ever uncomfortable with something that someone puts forward, if it's like very like personally triggering to you, which happens because we're strangers, even though we may have played games before, may not have. Like you never really know somebody fully, right? Maybe they don't like clowns, and you said your character's a clown, right? Like, whoops.
I had that actually happen, so yes.
If it's an issue, just bring it up. Just be like, hey, I'm sorry. Can we X that out? Can we X clowns out of this game? You do not have to explain why. You never have to, like, you're not on trial. We all trust you. We all believe you that you're doing this for a reason. And it's cool. And like magic, that shit is gone. Okay.
Yep.
And that could be within 2 minutes, or that could be 2 hours later when you realize like, fuck, I'm sorry, guys. Can we talk about this for a second? I feel like I just ruined my night, and like talk, like we can take a step back. We can talk about things. We can ask to put things off camera. But this sort of stuff only works if we're willing to go forward with it. Are we okay playing games like that?
Yeah, have fun.
Yeah, because it's a one-shot game. I want you guys to bring it. This is a great premise. You can play a band and you're battling across the world or whatever. Who knows, like, what will happen? And what kind of band you want to be? But like, this is your chance, and I want you to bring it as much as you can. And I want you to know that you can feel safe because you have that fire extinguisher.
I've literally had that happen to me twice. That exact example where I brought up clowns in different situations when people told me to stop. What about a clown? They're like, no. I'm like, okay.
Awesome. Yeah. So that's.
People don't like clowns.
So that's sort of the gist here. And with that being said, I think we're ready to begin play. So I'm gonna hop over to the Roll20 cam, the Once Upon a Game Roll20 cam, brought to you by nothing.
Mountain Dew.
Brought to you by Mountain Dew and Doritos.
Yeah, the Mountain Dew Roll20 cam. So let's do some character generation, guys. So we're all going to come up with characters, but our characters for this game. Well, actually, maybe we should take a second and talk about our premise, just so we're all on the same page. Modern day world, but like kind of Scott Pilgrim-y in terms of musical battles was what I was thinking. Does anyone? What was other people thinking?
So are you envisioning like I don't know, like that kind of sort of supernatural, maybe not magical fighting, and that's in the Scott Pilgrim movie, or like envisioning more of that as metaphorical?
Probably a little more metaphorical, but
all right.
When someone wins, does the other person explode into coins? Is what we're asking.
Oh no, nobody explodes into coins, but I do like the idea of the battles being very like flamboyant and
I like the idea of like shredding a guitar and then lightning bolts fucking flying everywhere and shit like that.
Yeah. Whenever someone mentions Battle of the Bands, I do go to Scott Pilgrim the movie when they do the fight against the twins and they generate monsters to fight.
Yeah, that's like
so. Like, what if they made like an anime about Battle of the Bands? You know,
let's
put anime
with Beyblade with top fighting, but you know, not necessarily that art style, but that like we take it really seriously.
Beyblade Battle of the Bands is exactly what I want to do tonight.
Let's make it like
that would actually make sense then for our fighting, right? Because then the moves are literally like our music is fighting and engaging, right? So like that would actually make our lives a lot easier if we wanted to have that sort of like metaphorical things like
now I'm picturing that
Voltron gets assembled from our music.
Now all I can picture is it's like a Pokemon Stadium fight where the crowd is around us and there's a center, there's a gap in the middle where what we generate fights.
Yeah.
Like we always have the stages for the fight in the middle and the crowd's around.
What we did. So I played this game one time. I'm gonna play it. I'm trying to recreate that experience of what I had that night last Sunday. We did basically Street Fighter, and we described all our arenas as 2D side-scrolling. It was awesome. It was awesome. So like
for some reason in my head, that's the picture I had.
Having
fight, but on a Pokemon Stadium.
Pokemon Stadiums are pretty good touchstone for this.
That's how Beyblade was too, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, right. So
I'm just imagining like Yu-Gi-Oh! Only instead of shooting out holographic projectors, it's amps.
Yeah. So okay. All right.
Attack your left punch directly.
Yeah. All right.
I would have loved that show when I was a kid. This sounds.
Okay. That's what we do in Once Upon a Game. We make the shows that we wish we had as children.
We're actually playing with cards.
And we are playing with cards, so we get the whole shebang. So let's take a moment. So now that we got the world, I feel like we're ready to proceed. Was there anything else we wanted to talk about? Because we can feel free to introduce elements later on in the game, but I feel like we're all kind of riffing on the same idea right now.
Yeah.
Am I? Right. Yeah. Okay. Cool. So we get to create our warrior, and our warrior here is going to be our band, and maybe it's like representation, like it's avatar, like if we want to. So like that's sort of like the next step that we're gonna do here. So the first thing we do is we come up with our warrior's concept, sort of like who they are, like who's going to be our band, what kind of genre they are, maybe where they hail from, what do they believe in, if that helps, and then like or like how do like basically what kind of genre, like how do they fight, right? When we have that kind of stuff, then we're going to do the next step because I feel like we maybe should work in tandem with this next step as well, and that's your connection. Your connection is your thing that you fight for, like your sick person or like whatever. Or like for me, I played Jeb somebody, and I was like the all-American football player trying to get my sister off meth to go to med school.
Oh wow!
That was like what I fought for in my game.
Do you win each fight and then stare at the crowd and go, "Don't do drugs"?
Yeah, that would imply that I actually won a fight, which I didn't though.
Oh yeah.
That would have happened.
I do like to imagine you fought in like full gridiron gear.
It was. Oh, I was in full football gear. Yeah, absolutely. It was really funny. So, all right, let's do some warrior stuff.
And I have an idea.
Sure. All right, go ahead.
So my person's kind of the front man of my musical group and sort of its heart. It's his name is Lars Bloodraven, and my musical styling is of course Swedish death metal.
Bloodraven. I got it.
Bloodraven.
All right, I can't make the umlauts, but the umlauts are there.
Okay, that's fine. So yeah, that's kind of his music comes from like a deep dark place within, which may also be the pits of hell. But yeah, like do you want the connection?
Yeah, if you're ready.
Your head of his.
I think the connection is his. Let's go with his younger sister, and it's her like he's afraid that the devil will take her soul in exchange for his metal powers.
That's awesome.
Ooh.
Is he fighting the devil with metal? Because that's metal.
Well, I mean, you fight fire with fire.
Hell yeah.
No,
Literally.
It's fine. You're Tenacious D. You're Tenacious D. It's cool. It's fine.
All right.
Yeah, it's cool.
Hopefully our friends at home can see this. Let me know in chat if it doesn't look good on the screen, and I can make everything larger. But that should work. So Lars Bloodraven is lead singer. Oh, do you have a band in mind? Or like what kind of genre?
I mean, I kind of penciled in 7.6 centimeters of blood.
Okay.
So specific.
Metal. It's not even doom metal. I don't know, just black metal. I don't know.
Honestly,
metal?
Getting into the taxonomy of metal is like something we don't want to go.
I know.
There's a lot of history.
It's the same as getting into the taxonomy of electronic music. It's just like no too many genres. Don't care. It's all the same.
Awesome. Thanks, Leavington. So it's readable. Okay, great, Lars. So who else wants to go?
I can go with a concept, but I'm still working on actually building character.
That's fine. What's the concept?
Yeah. The concept, I'm not sure of a name, but I am going with what I suggested, which is a one-man ukulele band who plays mute music in calming tones.
That's so good. Compared to the death
and I can actually wear my costuming now. He just stands in the space and plays mute music.
One man uke player. I'm just putting your general concept down right now. One man uke player.
Yeah. Yeah, and he plays do
you have a connection in mind?
Mood music. Connection. I feel like his connection is that he feels that all of this dark rock music is the devil, and he needs to cleanse the world by bringing it happiness and joy.
Are you a Christian rock band?
No, not when he says the devil, it doesn't mean it literally. He just means that people need to calm and chill out and stop with all that anger and aggression.
So, can you help explain that to me again? Because I feel like I'm not exactly grasping your connection. So just what the book says about it. A warrior begins play with a single connection. It's someone or something that they care greatly about. So, like, what exactly is the something that they care about?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, totally. It's totally his son who is corrupted by metal music. So he cares deeply about changing the face of music so that his son will be brought away from the evil that is metal.
He's fighting for his son.
Okay, yeah. So the fear is like his son will be corrupted by the influence.
Yeah, his son.
So here's something.
He He saw like a Marilyn Manson poster, and he's just like, no, it's got to change.
So this was something that I forgot to do for you, Brad. So every time you come with connection, come up with sort of like what's the ideal situation? What is the premium thing that you can do? Like what is your good ending? And then conversely, what is your bad ending?
The good ending is that he's able to earn enough money to like free himself from the dark forces, and he and his sister can like live a life like free from evil. And the worst case scenario, of course, is the dark powers overcome him, his sister's soul is taken, and he is reduced to a mindless metalhead.
Oh no.
Everyone's being corrupted by metal.
Just
metal is basically demonic sex magic, so...
Well, you're basically
Makes
just proving
sense.
my point.
That is true. Okay, so what's our one-man uke player's greatest hope? Like, about the connection?
His greatest hope would be to change popular music to calm, soothing stuff, so that his son will come back to being happy and move away from the evil metal.
Now, what's his darkest fear?
That he will fail and his son will become Marilyn Manson, basically.
Okay, his son becomes Marilyn Manson.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay.
Cool. I'm just going with the person I would hate in real life, where it's like this entire music genre is corrupting people. It's like, yeah, that's him.
Yeah, Aaron, do you want to go?
So I think my concept is my character's family has a long like line of traditional music. Like they've all been like rock stars and they're really famous. And I came and I am super into like electronic music, and I've actually built my own robot band.
That's amazing.
Oh, so you have electronic music.
Yeah, I'm like Daft Punk. And can you explain the connections one more time to me?
Yeah, no problem. Sorry, I was just typing. So, each warrior begins play with one connection. This connection represents something or someone that the warrior cares greatly about. It represents a positive influence on the warrior's life. Once again, the examples would be like dying grandmother.
What I was going to have, but it's not exactly a positive influence. What I was going to have is that he wants to prove to his father that electronic music is still viable. Like his parents
make his dad proud.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, so the connection's his father.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Father. So what is the ideal? What is the greatest hope of your electronic music player?
That my family accepts my style of music and we
as
do a great
legitimate.
job.
Yeah. And what's your darkest fear?
That I get kicked out.
Okay, just estranged from your family.
Yeah, I get estranged and have to find like a normal job.
Okay.
Your greatest fear is you have to find a normal job. Mine is dragged to hell.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go with I want to go with Latin music star.
Yeah.
I'm thinking something like Enrique Iglesias kind of guy. Maybe a little bit more like salsa merengue infused. More like more dancey, I think.
Cool.
My connection. Oh, sorry. What?
No, that's good.
So my connection will be my love. My love rejected me, and I have to prove myself on the world stage as becoming the most amazing. I have to win the Battle of the Bands for her.
This amazing grin on my face is because I absolutely love this concept. All these concepts are great.
My greatest hope would be that I come back rich and famous and powerful, and I sweep her off her feet, and we live happily ever after. My darkest fear, my absolute darkest fear, is that she wants nothing to do with me. She probably marries my rival.
Ooh.
Who is the current
as
star?
You do.
Who's the current star back home?
Oh yeah.
I have a name if that helps.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I was trying to find really like soothing names, but instead it's just going to be slightly odd. His name is Xavier Sparrow. and his son is Jeremy.
Is that a reference to Pearl Jam? No.
Not really. I just thought it would be a fun name for a guy trying to be Marilyn Manson. Jeremy.
So, my character's name, it's also his band's name. He had it legally changed. His name is Supernova Phoenix Force X.
Oh my god. Supernova Phoenix Force?
X.
X.
Oh, I can't forget the X, I'm sorry.
No, don't forget the X. That's his last name. His last name is X. Phoenix Force is middle name.
What's your father's name, by the way, Supernova Phoenix Force X?
Gary.
Gary.
God damn it, Gary.
Gary X.
So I'm Carlos. I may or may not be smirking.
Carlos.
Oh man, my name is totally my band name is Carlos Caliente.
I love all of this.
Caliente.
Can everyone just imagine that we've set this up as like Yu-Gi-Oh!
That's so good.
We have to stand in front of each other and battle with these styles.
Yeah, but Carlos Caliente makes sense because I'm hot. You know, I'm spicy. Yes, this is good. Yeah.
Sponsored by Guy Fieri.
I am living La Vida Loca, as Dilsum says.
You're gonna be doing. Oh my god.
Okay. Cool.
I'm just picturing you with a mariachi horn now.
Oh my god, I totally have. Oh my god, my backup is a mariachi band, and I probably fight with maracas. Like that's gonna be a thing. And then when I bring the pain and like really have to bring it out, I drop them and bring out tambourines, or the clap or the matador clapping things.
Yeah. Very serious, like anime eyes face, like.
Like Preston. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I get like the camera gets super intense.
Speed lines.
Just cuts to all over her face, like
Dun 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 dun.
There's reaction crowds of the shots, like he's not.
I turn into the matador.
so much power.
Oh my god. Castanets! Castanets is what they are. Yes. Okay. All right. Sorry, we're getting too derailed into the game. We need to come up with our character stats here. So everybody starts with 1 in all of your stats here. So they're all going to. Do you guys all have the ability to type in text? This will help me a lot if you guys can. Can you guys create text fields?
I think so.
Okay.
Yes.
So then on your character sheet,
Believe so, yeah.
go ahead next to wealth, renown, pain, and hope. Put a 1 in it. 1 in all of them.
Now I gotta.
Wealth, renown, pain, and hope. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Ooh, shit. I'm not copy and paste, please. So I can't be bothered. No.
I'm trying to help you and move some of this stuff to the map layers so you don't have to incidentally select it.
It is a little hard for me though, because I'm currently with like a tablet that I'm using.
Okay.
So it's pretty hard for me to do this.
Good to know. I will. If you want me, I can do it.
Yeah, that would be helpful. Be a lot quicker.
Yeah, no problem. The way this is going to work and how these stats work is wealth is going to be what you're going to use to kind of buy up and improve your other stats. So the goal of the game is to think of the game in terms of fiasco with white dice and black dice. This is how it was explained to me. Pain represents your black dice ending, which would be bad. White represents your good ending, which would be good. And the white is equivalent to hope, and pain is black. So you're going to be accruing pain, but then you can be spending wealth to raise your hope, basically. So yeah, pain fuels you. Pain is a good source of like your power and determination, but pain is a double-edged sword and could ruin you, basically. Renown helps you with getting money for fights, which improves your wealth. So at this point, everybody has 2 stats they can, or 2 points of stats they can do to raise your guys' stats here. So I see Lars already raised Pain and Hope by that.
Yep.
Carlos is going to raise Wealth. Oops.
So, is there what do we spend pain on? Like, what is there a use for pain, or is it
Yeah,
just a
oh
negative?
yeah. No. There's plenty of things to spend pain on. They're in fighting. For example, there's a special move called Bring the Pain, which basically lets you add pain to like once a fight, you can add your pain to the number of cards you draw and extra damage. It's kind of like your it's a point in the fight when like you're on the ropes and you know you're hurt, and so it's like you give everything you got kind of thing. But it does give you additional pain.
You also your pain is also what you roll on or what you draw on to do work, which is like the most basic way to gain money.
Yep.
Which you can train in for other stats. So
what about hope? What about hope? Do we ever use that? Like, or is it we?
Yeah, hope is what we're trying to all achieve. Like hope is sort of like your points essentially. You get hope by taking actions of spending money that you collect to raise your hope. You spend money on basically your connection is what you do. So in the summary sheet, that is called well, you can use. I guess see. Don't worry about it. Where is it? Connect. When you connect with your connection, you spend wealth and you go against your current hope score. And if you beat your hope score, your hope goes up.
Also, if your pain gets too much higher than your hope, I think it can get 4 higher than your hope.
Yeah,
if it ever something happens that would cuss it to 5, you have like a breakdown kind of thing.
If you end your exactly, it increases your threshold of pain as well. So Xavier, you have 1 more point to spend.
Yeah, I'm just deciding. I think I'll put it in hope.
Okay.
I was just
And
there you
Supernova. Supernova Phoenix Force Phoenix Force X.
Thank you. So can I like put 2 into 1 stat, or does it have to be 1 into 2 stats?
1 into 2 stats. Hey, Peters.
Can it be wealth and renown? I guess.
Yes, it can. Awesome. Cool. So the next part here is we're going to be getting into our combat stats, and this is going to be like the last part before we can begin play. Okay?
Cool.
So, everybody has 7 stats to spend. Oh, by the way, these all start at 1 as well. Okay?
Okay.
So just 1. What's going to happen in a fight is that, this is I guess this is how it's all going to break down. Stamina, or maybe I should just do it through the entire order here. So maneuver's essentially going to help you draw cards. Maneuver gets added to your I don't know the name of it. Determination, I think is what it's called. Your let me just deal myself a card, and I'll remember it when I look at it.
Your domination.
Domination. Yeah, so maneuver helps add to your domination, and this is sort of like your attack roll in a round of combat. Okay, This helps you draw cards, and the number of cards you draw will be basically like, did you succeed? And if you do succeed, then you do damage, and damage is represented by the damage stat, right? You will be adding your power to damage when you're fighting. If you lose your dominate part, you will be blocking with guard. Guard will give you your cards for defense to resist and sort of buffer blows. And then at the end of each round, so then the way you do damage is you compare the differences between like the number of successes you got, which are red cards. If the number of successes is higher than certain amounts, it hits certain tiers. Different amounts of damage happens. You can see that on the handout sheet. It has a nice little list of how it breaks down the number of successes. So like if you get an equal thing, you do no damage. If one person scores like 2 or more, you do 1 damage and you earn 1 like victory point for the fight. And if you do like like 3 cards, it's like 2 damage. But then if you do like 5 more, it's a chance of being a knockout.
Cool. So we have 7 to spend.
Yes, and you have 7 points to move into maneuver, power, guard, and stamina. The last stat I didn't talk about is stamina. And what stamina does is that at the end of each round of fighting, your stamina goes down 1. When your stamina goes to 0, all of your scores will drop, like if you're playing Traveler. Basically, when you run out of stamina, the rest of your scores will start going down to 0. Okay.
Cool.
So, just to clarify, maneuver is basically to hit, power is how much damage you do, guard is to deflect that damage, and stamina is like your kind of health almost?
Yeah.
It goes
Endurance,
down,
yeah.
Stamina is kind of the number of rounds in which you can like effectively fight.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And just to add, like normally only one person will hit unless you tie.
Mm-hmm.
So if you don't win the dominate, you won't do damage.
Yep. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep. Okay.
Sorry, I'm on a laptop, so whenever I move something selected, it's going to ping.
No problem. All right. Supernova, Phoenix, Force X. How would you like to divvy up your stores?
Oh man. So I've got 7 to score. Okay. 7. Okay. I guess I'll put 3 into maneuver. Like, I'll make maneuver 4, and then I'll put the rest of it spread evenly. If that makes any sense.
Well, you get 7 points, and that would be 6. You just told me how to allocate 6 points, and you have an extra point to spend.
Oh no. So maneuver would be 3. Power would be 2. Guard would be 2, and then stamina would be 2. Isn't that?
No,
That's 6.
you spent 6.
You can bump it to a 4, or one of the other ones up 1 more.
I think I'll bump maneuver to.
So a 1 to 4 costs 3 points, right? And then you raise each other ones, which costs 3 points. So you spent 6.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you have 1 more point to spend.
He did it. He updated it. Oh, no, he didn't. That was
No.
Supernova, sorry.
What would you want to spend?
Power?
Oh, okay. So you want to maneuver for a power of 3, and the rest is 2.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. So you're good at doing the damage. Okay. Cool.
Space drops.
Yeah. Okay. So let's look here. How it's gonna. Okay. So since who wants to go first? Does anybody want to go first? And we're just gonna go through the order as presented here on screen for Once Upon a Game, based on whoever goes first. If nobody wants to, I'll go first. Try to demonstrate a scene.
Yeah, demonstrate.
I think I know the least amount of how this game works, so somebody else should go before me. So
Sure. All right. So just so you know, then I'll begin, and then Brad will be on deck. Okay. Followed by Aaron and then Riga. Okay.
Cool.
So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do the work option. Okay. So I am the I'm sort of like the story person in charge for this turn, because where I'm sitting on the table. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a scene about how I'm getting this job and where the job is. So I think Carlos is working as... I like the idea he's a florist.
Yeah.
And he's just trimming up roses and
Because you can do the thing where he puts the rose in his teeth.
Yeah, exactly. And he spends his time trimming the roses and trying to not get himself pricked, and then pretending and doing dance moves in the back in the greenhouse with the sprinklers going, with a rose in his mouth. So I think I'm wondering how much do I want to do? Yeah, I have to choose how much I want this job to be worth. This is kind of a low end job. I think it's going to be worth 2. Okay. The person to my right, so this would be Brad. You will represent the forces of adversity for this turn.
All right.
What I'm going to do is since I'm looking for wealth, of 2. You're going to draw 2 cards from the deck. So the blue deck, by the way.
Okay.
And then I will go ahead and draw cards equal to my pain plus 1. So I will be drawing 3 cards. So I will do.
All right. You want me to draw?
I'm dealing myself the 3 cards, and go ahead and deal cards to you as well. If you can't, if you don't have the authority to do it because of roll 20, let me know. Okay.
I think I can do it.
I see how it works now.
They're in front of me now. I don't know if I have to do something else.
I don't know how to. I think you just have to drag them out like on screen.
Yeah, it's like.
I don't know. I don't know a way to like show your hand because I didn't practice this.
Yeah, you click on the little icon above your icon, and then it pops out a box, and you can just drag them out.
Yeah, that's what I ended up doing, but I wasn't sure if there was a quick way of flashing your hand and revealing it to somebody. So anyways, so what we're doing here is we're counting the number of successes, and the way successes work in this game are red cards. However, who has narrative control is it dependent on who has the highest black card. So in this case, it will be Brad. Brad has narrative control to describe what happens with his job. But this job does go well for me, and I will end up getting wealth. So my wealth would raise to 4.
Okay.
Okay. Can you real quick give me the lead back into like what the climactic moment of the job was?
Oh, so the climactic moment of the job would be, it's rush hour at the job, and it's like the day before Valentine's Day, and there's all these people here, and my boss, Javier, is breathing down my neck, right, like just wanting to just get at me, being like you're not good enough to work here. You can't handle all these people. It's Valentine's Day. You want to be a dancer. You're worth nothing, right? That's the and that's a critical moment.
Okay. So it's like the end of the day, and the last customer is like right about to leave when Javier comes in looking like furious and kind of angry, and he walks like menacingly over in your direction, and right as he's about to leave, the last customer, this woman, turns and says, "Oh, Javier, I just have to say, this Carlos is the greatest employee. You were so incredible in hiring him." And he turns and looks at her, and he's like, "Oh, well, yes, of course, I." And he looks over and winks at you and says, "I only hire the best."
Oh, nice.
And as she like bats her eyes at Javier and walks out of the room, he looks over to you and claps his hand on your back and says, "Good job today."
Nice. Awesome.
I love the idea that you're at the counter and like your top half of your body is still, but we get like a zoom down behind the camera and you're doing like salsa hips and foot movements.
Oh yeah, the entire time.
Like standing there, yeah.
Oh yeah, all day. And oh, absolutely. Okay, cool. So my scene's done. So that means we rotate over to Brad. Then
So
followed
what
once
do you win
again.
for that scene?
Sorry. Let me explain because that's important. So what happened was in a work scene, I wager pain to basically improve my wealth. I declared that job was going to be worth 2 wealth, and because I succeeded, I earned my 2 wealth.
Okay. And if you fail, would you gain a pain then?
Basically the game breaks down partial successes and failures for working. Like I could either gain part of my money and some pain, or just pain, depending on how it goes.
So I assume that the more wealth that you aim for, the more pain you'll get if you fail.
Yes.
Right?
Kinda, yeah.
It's like a
Breaking
gamble.
out the cards and gambling.
No, you only gain exactly 1 pain. So you could gamble if you wanted to. The worst you could do is just gain 1 pain.
Oh.
But it's also better to spend your turn probably getting wealth. So I don't know. It's your call. It's your game. Brad.
All right. I'm gonna do a work scene.
Okay.
Lars has been hired to perform at kind of like this really, really rich woman's son's birthday party. And he's like at this mansion with all these kind of like yuppies and whatnot to perform music. and they're really expecting like a very different kind of genre. Like he thought he was hired to play his music, but instead they're like, so we're gonna need you to do like early Billy Joel. You can cover that, right? And he's like inwardly torn.
Something we didn't talk about. What does Lars Bloodraven look like?
Oh, he's about as pale as you can possibly be, and he's got like normally he does like black lipstick and like nails, and he's covered. Arms are covered in like tattoo sleeves, and I don't know, he looks
skulls and shit.
He's got really long like he's naturally kind of like a dusty blonde, but he's dyed it ink black because.
So I'm just going to write down that you're Eric Draven.
Yeah.
Just you're Eric Draven. Okay, I got it. Cool.
And yeah, that's Lars. He likes to think of himself as very inwardly tormented. And to be fair, the devil has an actual claim on his life. But
yeah,
Eric Draven was right.
Cool. So Aaron, you get to play the Forces of Adversity for this round, for this thing. So how expensive is this? How lucrative is this birthday party?
4.
Ooh, big money.
Going for 4. 4 wealth.
Okay. So does that mean I draw 4 cards?
It
yes.
does. Okay. And Lars draws 3 cards. Pain +1. And then go ahead and reveal them. The way you do that is by selecting your hand. So the number, like the 4, or the 4 above your name, and roll 20, and just kind of dragging them.
Can you drag one at a time?
Yeah, you have to drag one at a time. Yeah.
No, that's good. We can do the slow reveal of like 1.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
2.
First card.
Nice.
Is a success. So at the very least, I have a success.
That's 1. Totally make this like a poker game. 2. Ooh, crowd goes ooh.
Oh well, okay, I've lost, but
oh no!
Not only have I lost, and I don't have narrative control. Okay, so I lost with success. Like I lost, but I did get a success.
Yes.
Which means I take 1 pain and I get half pay, which is better than losing with no success, in which you only get pain because life is only full of pain if you fail.
Yeah. Wait, you gain. Losing with no success. Wow, with a single success gives you pain and half pay.
Yep.
Fuck, I should have done 8 wealth and just went strong for the fences.
Yeah, I mean, you only have to get 1 success to get it. Yeah, I wasn't thinking about gaming the system to the extent of
I wasn't thinking
because if you do that, you're immediately giving up on the chance, right? Like I had a chance of getting 4 wealth.
Yeah, that's true.
No pain.
Yeah,
no pain. Yeah.
All right. So I take 1 pain and I go up to 3, and I take 2 wealth.
Yeah. Are you okay with you're doing your own accounting for that, right?
Yep.
Okay. So now it's Aaron's turn. So
no, shouldn't he describe what happened?
No. I'm saying it's Aaron's turn to describe what happens to you.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant it was his turn to play.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. No. It's your turn to describe what happens.
So. I think that did you say it was like what was the situation again? I'm so sorry.
I was at like this birthday party for this rich kid. I was asked to play early Billy Joel.
I feel like what happens is you do play early Billy Joel, but it's like the Swedish death metal cover of it.
I got you, Billy Joel.
You change the words that everybody will die young.
yeah. And everybody's like kinda into it, but the rich kid hates it. He's like throwing tomatoes at you.
Super
Everybody will die young.
And I'm not doing that again.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I love it. All right, I gained some pain. I got some cash.
Yeah, absolutely. So you gained your 4 cash. Is that right? Or 2. 2 cash, right? Can you do your accounting?
Yeah, no, I've got it easy.
All right, cool. I'm gonna recall the cards, and then we move on.
All right,
cool. So now it's Aaron. It's your full turn. Supernova Phoenix Force X.
So, what are the? So let me just get this straight. the stuff in the summary sheet, all of the scenes, that's basically what I can do in my turn, right?
Yep.
Correct. Except for the ones that involve items and traits, because we're not playing with items and traits, because I wasn't taught that, and I didn't feel like reading the rules tonight.
Yeah.
So
train doesn't count.
No, you could train. Oh no, you can't. Sorry,
Yeah,
you can work.
Can't
can
you
only
train
work.
to raise maneuver or guard or power or stamina?
Can you? Yeah, then maybe
Yeah, I
you
think
can.
so.
Oh yeah, no, you totally can. I'm sorry. That's right.
Train would
So
be like
my instinct. My
practicing
instinct was right the first time. Yes, you can spend wealth to basically raise your traits. The way that works is to raise a trait, you have to spend the amount of wealth equal to the trait plus 1 that you want to raise.
So can I? Let's see here.
If that helps, does that make sense? So,
Can I
like, if
spend-
you wanted to raise your power, you would have to spend 4 wealth. So right now you currently could not train because you need more wealth.
Okay.
That's why you
I
need
feel like
money.
the game basically makes you do a work roll to start to introduce everyone.
Okay.
Not really.
So I should.
You
Well,
just
not makes
straight
you,
up,
but it's like
just straight
it's
up
the
battle
best
some dude. That's
It's
what I
straight
did.
up battle.
I straight up battled and lost. So your mileage may vary.
So I should probably do a work thing right now. Right?
Yeah, or battle.
Or battle.
Or rob.
Or rob. Yeah, steal people's
Or
wealth.
rob.
Yeah, you can rob people.
Yeah, you should argue. It was fine.
Let's see here. I guess I'll do a job. I'll do a gig.
You will? Alright, so you do some work?
So I declare how
Awesome.
much wealth I'm gonna get.
Yeah, how basically you're going to describe, you're going to set up a scene, what you want to do, like what kind of job this is, and you're going to state how hard this job is. Like how difficult. And you're going to decide based on how difficult that job is an appropriate wealth score to give yourself if you succeed. You will be drawing your card, a number of cards equal to pain plus 1, if that helps you. And you want red cards in your hand because red cards are success.
Okay. So.
And quickly describe yourself because we want to know what you look like.
Oh well. Have you ever seen? I don't know if any of you guys watch Game Grumps, but have you ever seen the Take on Me cover? By
Yes, I believe. I think I have.
basically, the rest of my band are like these really like 80s looking robots. Basically, like really super big and chunky. And what I am is like I'm wearing like this white jacket, and like there's just blue sparkles underneath the jacket, and then I've just got like this massive like metallic helmet on,
Okay.
and it's just got like beams of like light going all over.
So we
it.
really are going Daft Punk. Cool.
Oh yeah. And it's just got like this one glowing like unicorn horn coming out of it.
Oh my god!
That's amazing.
I think so. I want the wealth to be 4, I think.
Okay. So you want... Okay. Which means, Riga, you're going to be the forces of adversity against him.
Yeah. How many cards am I drawing? Just quickly.
The number of cards equal to the wealth that the job is, so 4.
So 4. Okay.
And I draw 2 because it's my pain plus 1, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Yep. And once you're going to draw them, and then you're going to reveal them, and then the highest black card gets to narrate what happens, but the number of red cards indicates how successful we were.
Shit.
Okay.
Yeah, the disco ball with the unicorn's pretty good.
So, who wants to lay down the cards first? Oh, where is it? I can't find it. Where are you putting cards? Over there. Okay.
Yeah, Riga, the cards are above your name.
Cool. No, I know they are. I was seeing on the Roll20 where he was putting the cards because mine zoomed in to find.
Oh, yeah. Would you mind actually putting them a little higher or something so people at home can see them?
I was gonna say, do you want to draw like a box, like 2 boxes,
Perfect.
and put like the positives and negatives in different ones?
Oh, no, but this is what I'll do. I'll have like 2 like battle zones, like top zone, bottom zone, just so you can get an idea of like where the card should be going.
Yeah,
You got
that's
the
what.
home team in a way.
Yeah.
We said we're doing battles, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So this was a loss, but a partial loss. So Supernova, you will be gaining 1 pain, but you gain half the wealth of the job.
So you gain
Okay.
2.
Can you do that for me, Eric?
I just did.
Okay.
And then Riga will explain why the job went bad.
Yeah. Okay. So that was whereabouts were you doing
Oh.
your job again?
Oh wait, hold on. Yeah, just realized that's a really good point. I don't know. I don't remember what the job was. I have to fix things. Oh, I have a solution. We're actually going to have it half on half down below.
Yeah, that'll work.
Yeah, that works fine.
So we're gonna do something like this. I'll chuck all
So,
the cards over here.
Yep.
And then I'll have another box down here.
Yeah. So Supernova Phoenix Force X. Where were you playing?
So I think that basically this is my first ever like proper gig, and I was super cocky, and I just went for like the best, like well-known electronic like artist. I'm like, I can take him.
Yeah, I feel like you did that, and yeah, you seriously overexpended yourself. So it sounded great, but you messed up repeatedly, trying to do things that were too fast and too complicated for you. You went too big too fast, and you weren't warmed up.
If this was like
So-
Guitar Hero 3, you would have failed the song. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, it
Yeah.
sounds great. Basically, the bits that sound great is when he's not touching decks or doing anything, and then when he tries to do stuff, it starts putting weird squeaks and scratches on it and fading at the wrong time, so the hype dies down. And
You literally just said the best part of the song is when he wasn't doing anything.
yeah, well, because he's doing like electronic music, right? So he's taking on some great tracks, but basically when he starts altering it, he's doing it very poorly. So people love the music, but the bits that were messing up were basically when he was trying to mess with it too much.
Maybe like it builds up like the drop, and then everybody's getting super hyped, and then the power just cuts out.
Yeah,
So it never drops.
Yeah.
I love the idea that you go to like plug in your phone, like, oh, it's gonna die, like while you're at the decks, and then it feels
All right.
sick.
Cool.
That's the critical review. Just like the bass never drops.
Yeah.
The best part was when he wasn't doing anything.
Awesome. All right. So Riga. It's Riga's turn.
Yeah. Xavier Sparrow has like a 9 to 5 like data entry at a computer, like boring cubicle job. He looks like every single like slightly paunchy, overweight, gray-haired, light beard dad you've ever seen.
Of
And
course.
he totally. But as soon as he's not at work, like he wears like
Hawaiian shirts.
like red floral Hawaiian shirts and like cargo shorts and like sandals, and like he looks like every Hawaiian tourist you've ever seen when he's not at work.
Mhm.
Like he's literally had to go to work and wear his business suit over the top of the Hawaiian shirt a few times. But yeah, he's in that all the time when he's not at work. And he looks a bit like Kyle Gass actually from Tenacious D. He's got like a paunch on him, and he's got a little ukulele. He's gonna do. I think just for we'll go around. We'll do a work, and I'll make it. I think I'll make it the same. I think I'll make it worth 4. And we'll see how we go.
So you're gonna do a jarb.
Yeah, we just do a gerb, and he'll
You're gonna do so. Then I deal myself 4 cards as well, because I will be the force of adversity against you.
yeah, and I'm pain +1, so that's 3, I believe. Right? So,
Yeah, I'm gonna take the right box if you don't.
yeah, that's cool.
Oh, got the black joker.
Yeah, there was a thing about Jokers. I can't remember what it's.
Yeah, it's what I recall. I believe jokers are the color of success that they are, but they're the highest card.
Yeah, and I failed. And I think the job was going to be like it's
we
Valentine's
tied.
Day.
No,
We'll
it's
do
a
it
tie.
Oh, it's a tie.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Wow.
Wait, is that the red Joker or the black Joker?
No, it's a black joker, I believe.
Okay, I can't.
I don't know.
It's colored red,
The
That's
word,
true. It is colored red.
but the words
I think-
are.
I think the
Black,
words
so-
being black is what matters.
That's
Yeah.
what I think too. I don't know what the
Let's
other.
do it that.
Yeah. All right.
We'll just
so
say
that's-
that, and then we'll get the inverse. It's red, whatever that one is.
Let me see something real
So
quick.
it's a tie.
I feel like his job was to
Let me see what let me see what the I'm looking at the actual deck pictures of the cards, and that one looks like it represents Black Joker. Red Joker has red Joker text.
Yeah.
So that is
It's
Black
on the
Joker.
deck.
Yeah.
So it's a tie,
Yeah.
which I think means you have a choice between taking half pay and no pain, or taking one pain and all pay.
Ooh.
I don't know. I don't have that open. Does it say something on the summary sheet, or is that just in the book?
Yeah, I believe it's in the work section of the scenes in the book.
Oh, there it is. Yep. So you can. Yep. That's exactly what you can do.
so
so
I
what
can
do you-
take a pain and full pay, or half pay and no pain.
Yep.
Screw it. Let's jump in. He's going to take the pain and full pay.
Okay. Cool.
So his wealth will go to 5, and his pain will go to 3.
So remind me again. What was your job? What were you doing?
Yeah, I was trying to say.
Your
we'll do
data
it-
entry.
Yeah, well, no, that's his normal job. But if he's going to do a
Okay.
gig, it'll be I don't know. I feel like he gets hired for like seniors, like balls and stuff, because he just does mellow music. So he's not really that good for a live performer. Really, he's better on an album when someone's doing something. So I feel like it's like a seniors like bingo night or something.
Yes. Oh, that's exactly what it is. It's Hawaiian night at the rec
Yeah.
center of a retirement home. Right?
Of course.
Yeah, and you have to work there, and it is like the crowd is just just all about bingo. There's like not a it's luau, right? It's a luau. So like
Yeah,
the lays are like all over the place or whatever. Oh my god, and like everybody's just there like eating like pudding.
Yeah.
And
Most of
looking
them aren't
sad.
dancing either. He's just,
Nobody's dancing.
I feel like there's two old couples trying to dance. Like they're like really old and they're like not really dancing.
Yeah, it's okay.
The limbo
Maybe.
stick is like 6 feet tall, so everybody can get underneath it.
So you said you're taking the pain, right?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Also, keep in mind that I think the Joker means that an element of this scene is supposed to cross over into the next scene.
Oh.
Oh really?
Oh, I didn't play
Yeah.
that. Okay.
Well, we don't have to play with it that way. But
Well, here, what my idea for pain was that actually I'm gonna recant a little bit about what I said about nobody's dancing, and I
Yeah.
think this lady in like a just like a just your classic like Jewish grandmother comes up and you're like "Ah, you're so handsome, like yeah, would you you play the guitar so well, can you just give me a dance?" And you have to dance with this old lady.
Ukulele man. And then because I'm not playing, there's no music, so now we're dancing to silence.
And you just have to awkwardly dance in silence with this lady while bingo's
was-
being played in the background, and you reevaluate your entire life with that one piece of pain. So,
That's fine, Eric. I thought you were gonna kill her. I thought she was gonna drop dead at my concert.
oh my god, I didn't even think of that. Holy shit.
I'm glad you didn't.
No, I didn't go
Really have
there.
to save that one.
No. So that did you already do your math, Xavier?
did.
I think you did. Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
it's up to 5 and up to 3. Yeah.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you. All right, recalled. So it's 10:07, so we're about time for our first break. We all had a scene, so that sounds about
We
right.
tried
Let's do it.
everyone and traded everyone. Come
Yeah.
back and
Awesome.
Awesome. So thanks, guys. We'll be back in 5 minutes. We're gonna go get some more water. I'm gonna get some more tea, and we'll be back with more Once Upon a Game. So thank you so much for coming out.